Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand? Gentlemen, please remove your caps for the singing of our national anthem this evening. Singing our national anthem are 8th grade students Macy Lockhart, Jolie Schartzer, and Rachel Bertram.
Get set for the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial Opening Tip-Off here in just a moment. A first quarter of action sponsored by Citizens First Bank. Citizens First. Come grow with us. The officials for tonight's game are Mark Curry, Chris McGuire, and Mike Carby. We do have a pretty good student section across the way tonight.
Come out tonight and get to sleep in the morning. So.
Yeah, 5-day weekend coming up. Seemed like we just had one of those, but
we did.
I don't know. It just seems when you got ball games every night, though, they kind of run together. But,
yeah. January's over.
Yes, it is.
We won't go back to school to the month of February, so that seems a little crazy that you're really one-fifth of the way through the spring semester already.
And Monday night will be senior night here at Barren County High as the teams host Bowling Green.
We actually have, 2 home games left after this?
I know Cumberland County's a home game. Clinton County's a home game. So one of those will be senior night. Well, senior night is, they put it for Monday for some reason.
Yeah.
In case of bad weather, I guess.
Yeah. That's a little early. They usually do it the game before. But
there's been some years that they didn't get the senior night in because of the weather, and so they've decided to kind of change the dates on them now.
Give some extra chances in case But after this weekend, it looks like the weather is almost going to be 50s and 60s.
Right. So. No wonder everybody's sick.
Right.
But maybe this cold, frigid weather will kill a few germs. Greenwood, green uniforms, green numbers, green letters, outlined in gold. At least you can see the numbers. That's better than white on white.
Nice outline there.
Yeah. And it's Carly Miller, the only senior for Greenwood in the jump circle.
Jacqueline Jackson's their best ball handler, and then the Aaliyah Tran girl, who's the 7th grader, is probably their next best ball handler. I think we can really press them. We've got to work on that press and work on specifically cutting off the sidelines. And this is something that they've worked on every day in practice over and over, and they're kind of teaching them maybe some techniques to get better at that we're going to have to use when we play Bowling Green or we play Casey County on Thursday.
Yeah. Mark Curry tosses it up, and here we go. Greenwood's going to control it. And they'll set it up with Jacqueline Jackson out front with it. She'll give it off now to Uni. Over the left side now. They whip it around the perimeter, come back out front with it. Jackson, right side. Back to Tren. Now they give it off to Milam. She got away with a step there. Tren with it on the right side. And a high post, they give it to Uni. Uni brings it out to the mid-court stripe. Off to Milam. Over goes to Tren. Tren just a 7th grader out there and averages 6.5 points a game. Jackson's got it out front now. Works to the left side of the key. Sends it down in the corner. And circles back out. That is Tren. Back right side, it comes to Milam. Milam sends it out to Jackson in between the circles. Left side is Tren. Tren will send it back around the perimeter again. Jackson with it on the right side and heads into the key. Up fake, throws up the shot, missed it badly. And England with a rebound. Outlet pass comes to Bailey Pettigo. Lobs it up to Bertram on the left side. Here's England, left elbow underneath to Bailey Pettigo. Foul called. And it will be on Jackson, I think. Nope, they put it on
Miller. Who was?
No, it is Jackson. Okay.
He went from a 3 to a 2. I didn't know which one he was settling with.
Bailey Pettigo hits the front of the rim on the first shot. And she shoots 62.8% from the line. Brad just told me the cheer and band couldn't be here or couldn't be there for other senior night dates.
I guess
so. That's the reason why I was bumped early. Bailey Pettigo hits the second one to give Barren County the 1-0 lead, and some pressure going on, a 1-2-1-1. As Greenwood breaks it, here's Jackson into the front court, crossover dribble, goes inside, scoops it up, it is good. Nice move in there by Jackson.
We got to have more resistance on the front side of the press so it's not easy on the back side.
Bertram, 15-footer left side, good.
Greenwood's been very deliberate on a couple of possessions. We very quickly get up shots.
3-2 Trojanettes. Here's Milam quickly in the front court. Tren in the right corner. She's going to fire it up from 18 to the right side. It's no good. Rebound to Bertram for the Trojanettes. Bertram will send it off to England, and back out it comes to Mallory Pettigo. So she'll set it up now.
Against the 2-3, looks like.
Working the baseline is Bailey Pettigo out to Bertram. 18-footer is on the way, no good. And battle for the rebound. Jackson pulls it down out of the air. Long pass down the floor, and here's a layup that is no good by Uni. And rebound of the Trojanettes. Here comes Bailey Pettigo racing down the left side, going underneath, puts it up. It is no good. Rebound of Jackson for Greenwood. Jackson sends it down the floor. Uni underneath, misses the shot. Ball hits the floor, put up and in by Miller.
Block shot went right into the hands of Miller. We had 3 girls standing watching, and we've gone up and down for 2.5 minutes, and I think both teams are hands on their knees, bent over and breathing pretty hard here. We don't get beat back in transition very many times, but they beat us back at least 2, maybe 3 times already. They missed a layup and made the second one.
So, Greenwood with a 4-3 lead. Mallory Pettigo, right side over to Bertram. It was the Trojanettes' 3rd game in 5 days here tonight. Here's Mallory Pettigo, 15-footer left side, rims in. Back in front, 5-4, Trojanettes. And working with it is Milam. Right side, Tren, out to Jackson. Now she puts down the dribble. Gives to Miller on the left side. Miller sends it down to the corner to Uni. And she drives a baseline and puts it up and in. Nobody tried to cut her off.
No help. Uni doesn't average more than 5 points a game.
Left elbow shot for England is no good. Rebound taken by Milam. Jackson pushing it down the floor. Stops now, had it swiped away. Bailey Pettigo comes up with the basketball. Trying to get it off, and we're going to get a foul called on Milam.
She tried to dribble between 2 people. They surrounded her, and really fortunate the way the game's been called so far that they called a foul on them.
Well, actually, it's on Tren. She fouled before Milam did. That's her first to the team's second. 4:30 to play, first quarter, 6-5, Greenwood on top. Barren beat this team by 26 back on December the 9th. Here's the lob down to England. Back out to Bailey Pettigo. Cross-court pass is Bertram underneath to England, and she puts it in. 7-6. Greenwood in the front court. Jackson with the basketball. And they give it down in the corner. Tren's going to fire for 3. Swish.
Wow. Press isn't working at all. We've dropped back into more of a 2-2-1, and it took one girl to dribble through everybody. Right now, I just don't think this is a really good pressing lineup for us, and we're going to change that up, see if it works better.
Bailey Pettigo, the right wing, 9-7. Greenwood leads it. 3:44 left to play here in the first quarter. Bertram, top of the key. Left side, it goes to England. Out top, Mallory Pettigo, straight away 3, bottom.
Nights we hit threes against zones, we're a completely different basketball team.
And the First Peoples Bank three-point shot. Greenwood throws it away as Carly Delk checks into the Trojan Head lineup. 5'7" junior, averages 5 points a game. In for Greenwood is Haley Gordon, a 5'6" sophomore. Trojanettes back on top. We've just gone back and forth with the leads here in the first quarter. 10-9. Mallory Pettigo dribbles right in the corner. Bertram trying to go baseline. Gets it into England. 14-footer way short. Underneath, it's put back up. No good for Bailey Pettigo. Slapped out of bounds by Mallory Pettigo.
We're taking for granted right now the first shot's going in, and everybody's kind of drifting back to play defense. You can send 4 to the glass against Greenwood. They're not going to beat you back if we have at least one person rotate back every time.
Yep. Trent handles the basketball for the Lady Gators, the 7th grader. Gets rid of it to Jackson. Gets away from Bailey Pettigo. Pulls up with a jumper. 15-footer off the front iron. Gets her own rebound. Trying to go back under. Puts it up. No good. On the other side of the rim. And we're going to get a foul call. Jackson stayed with it. Trojanettes could not get the rebound. The foul on Bertram.
They've had 4 people to score. 3 people besides Jacqueline Jackson. But she's capable of taking over right there. She got 3 offensive boards, and will get to the line and score points.
Jackson, a 67% foul shooter on the year. Cans the first one for her 3rd point to tie the game at 10. And hits them both. Greenwood back on top, 11-10. 2:48 to play, opening quarter. Mallory Pettigo sends it off to Bailey Pettigo. Down to the corner, Bertram. Putting down the dribble. Throws it back across. It goes to Mallory Pettigo. Goes to the baseline. She's cut off. Has to circle it back out. Now, left side is Delk. Delk looking. Back out to Mallory Pettigo. And now here's Bertram with it. Bertram trying to penetrate. In the lane. Throws up the runner. No. Rebound to Miller for Greenwood. 2:22 left in the quarter. Trojanettes down by 1. Jackson with the basketball. Right side Milam. They get rid of it to Gordon. And back out to Trent. And Jackson had to go chase it down. Straight away goes to Gordon. Out now to Milam. Here's Trent with it. Back out to Jackson. Now Jackson putting down the dribble. Just under 2 minutes to play here in the first. Trent with the basketball against Bertram. Reversing back and forth. Now cuts into the lane. Throws up the shot. It's good.
Nice little runner. The small 5'3" 7th grader knew to pull up before she got deep in traffic.
Got a 3 and a 2 here in the first quarter. 13-10. Lady Gators. Minute 38 to play in the opening quarter. Bailey Pettigo getting around a defender. Throws it high off the glass. Good.
Good attack off the left side. Better stepped around one and attacked the other.
13-12. Greenwood with a 1-point lead. Ball comes in to Milam. Across it goes to Trent. Trent in the front court of the left side. Out front to Jackson. Now Jackson sends it left side over to Trent. Throws it out to Gordon. 1:10 left to play. First quarter, 13-12. Greenwood on top. Jackson fires it down low. Here's Miller putting it up and in.
The beat on the high side.
15-12. Diagonal pass. Bertram left baseline going under. And we're going to get a foul call.
Like a blocking foul. She's trying to drive baseline.
I believe they put it on Miller. Her first, team's third.
Foul's on number 24, Carly Miller. That's her first.
Jalen Bush back in the lineup for the Trojanettes for Mackenzie England. Ball comes out deep. They give it back to Bertram. Turnaround 12-footer is off the mark. And the rebound taken off by Milam. Trent in the front court now. Gives it off to Milam. Uni on the right wing. Now Uni wants to drive against Bailey Pettigo. Cut off. Back out to Gordon. Now here's Milam with it. Back for a 3. It's Uni. No good. Rebound tapped out. And Uni gets it again and a foul call. Foul is on Bailey Pettigo. That is her first to the team's second. Eve Jackson, 5'8" junior, in for the Trojanettes. Giving it for Bailey Pettigo. 27.6 to go. Greenwood's basketball. They lead it by 3. Trent looking, lobs it out, and had to chase it down almost at midcourt. That was Rachel Evans, who just checked in the lineup, a 5'3" sophomore. Again, only one senior on this Greenwood team. They go down low, and a shot put up. It's no good. Rebound to Eve Jackson. Gives to Mallory Pettigo. Ahead, up to Bertram. Underneath, it went through the hands of Delkin out of bounds.
Carly was ready. The pass was just a little bit too high and had too much on it. If there was one or the other, she'd just lobbed it in there. That's a catch and a score. Greenwood has a chance for a last possession to extend their lead.
With 9 seconds to go. Here's Tren rushing across the line. Races to the basket. Bounce pass underneath. Shot blocked. And coming up with it was Mallory Pettigo, and that will end it for the quarter. With the Trojanettes trailing Greenwood 15-12 after one. We'll return after this break. You're following Barren County Sports on 103.7 Nash Icon. Reminding everyone, please don't text and drive. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer and Sarah Kate Pettigo as the Trojanettes trail. So we head into the second period, 15-12 to the Lady Gators.
15 points, a lot for us to give up in a quarter.
Katie Murphy starts the second quarter for Coach Piper Lindsay, 5'4", 7th grader. So we got Jackson, Bush, Delk, Murphy, and Bailey Pettigo on the floor right now. For the Trojanettes, whole different look. So early the second period. Murphy with it out front of the left side. Right side, Bailey Pettigo. Here's a shot by Bush from 15. Good. Knocked the bottom out of it. 15-14. 1 point lead for the Lady Gators. Jacqueline Jackson with the basketball. Gives it off to Uni. Now coming out to get it is Evans. Over to Tren. Tren goes back to Uni on the right wing. Now it comes to Jackson. Now Evans with it. Back to Uni. Wants to drive. She traveled.
Took off a little too quick. When we score and get back in half-court defense, they really are methodical. They run a lot of sets. They look to get people open, and they did that knockdown shots as well in the first quarter.
Backdoor pass underneath to Jackson. Nice pass from Bailey Pettigo. Jackson came from the right side to lay it up and in.
Greenwood staring at the ball. Those two girls on the same page for the two.
16-15. Barren County back on top by one. Here's Evans with it out front. Over the left side it goes to Uni. Bounce pass down to the corner to Jackson. Jackson will circle it out now. Gets rid of it over to Evans. Evans goes right side with it to Uni. Uni looking for Tren. Can't find her. Now gets rid of it. Back out to Jackson. Sends it out to Evans. Evans back over to Uni. Left side it comes to Tren. Now Tren, crossover dribble. Left side corner, Evans heads toward the paint, giving it back out to Jackson. Jackson trying to make a move, jumps it up from 17 straight away. It's off the back iron. Eve Jackson with the rebound for the Trojanettes. Murphy sends it ahead, up to Bailey Pettigo. Goes under, flips it up, it's too strong against the glass, gets her own rebound, puts it back up, no. Greenwood comes off with the board. Jacqueline Jackson driving to the basket, and gonna be a foul here. And they're gonna put it on Bailey Pettigo. That is her second, team's third. So Mallory Pettigo comes back in the ball game to replace Bailey. Barren County back on top now, 4 straight points, 16-15. Comes into Jackson. She'll put it up. It is no good. Battle for the rebound is tapped out. Murphy grabs it for the Trojanettes. Gives it to Mallory Pettigo. She'll fire it down. Here's Jackson going underneath. Puts it up and in. Eve Jackson with back-to-back shots for Coach Piper Lindsay to give the Trojanettes an 18-15 lead.
Miller girl for them, I don't think has been out. She looks really winded. We're beating her up and down the floor and finding whoever she's guarding.
Uni on the right side gives it to Tren. Comes out to Evans, swings it off now to Miller. Now Uni with it on the left side. Back out front to Tren, and around it goes to Evans. Evans back out to Jackson. Jackson gives it off to Uni. Uni on the dribble against Carly Delk. Out to Jackson. Now gives to Evans. Miller in the right corner. Back out front it comes to Tren. Tren trying to make a move into the lane. Lost the handle. And the Trojanettes running it back the other way. Here's Mallory Pettigo. There should be a reach-in foul on Jackson, and it will be. And that'll be 2 on Jacqueline Jackson. 4 on the Lady Gators here in the first half. Kenzie England back in the lineup for the Trojanettes. Carly Delk will check out. A 6-0 run for the Trojanettes here in this second quarter. And Mallory Pettigo will send it out to England. Gets rid of it off to Jackson. Back out to Mallory Pettigo. In the middle, goes to England, underneath to Eve Jackson. She puts it in and draws a foul.
Their matchup zone is not matching up really well. Specifically, the one on the right block there where Eve is lurked.
And that foul is going to be on Tren. That's 2 on her. And 5 on the Lady Gators here in the first half. Jackson's free throw is up, and it's good. 7 points all in this quarter for the junior, Eve Jackson.
They played about 8, but they can't replace their top 2 or 3 with anybody they have on their bench at all.
A 7-0 run by the Trojanettes. Actually 9. 9-0 run by Barren County. And Eve Jackson with 7 of those 9 points here in the second quarter. Jacqueline Jackson against Mallory Pettigo. Backtrack, spins, and then Mallory fell down. But then Milam's back in the game, gives it off to Uni. Now driving the baseline, Milam throws it up, it's blocked. Ooh, gonna get a foul. And Eve Jackson is going to be called for the foul. That is her first. Trojanettes' 4th team foul of the half. And Milam at the line, a 47% foul shooter. Misses the first. Elizabeth Bertram back in the Trojanet lineup for Eve Jackson. Got some good minutes and some good points there to help push the lead out for Barren County.
We got 7 of our 9 this morning.
With it on the left side. Gives it back out to Mallory Pettigo. Back to Bertram. Drives. Sheldon's in there to England. Back to Bertram, and ball gets away and goes off of Miller and out of bounds. Maybe a little too much passing going on here.
We're back and forth in small space.
Carly Delk back in the Trojanet lineup. Mallory Pettigo sends it out to Bertram. Top of the key. Back to Mallory. Left wing, 3 in the air is no good. And rebound cleared out by Miller for Greenwood. Up court it goes to Jackson. Down in the corner. Here's a shot by Uni. It rims out. And halfway down and spun out. Barren County back the other way. Trojanettes. Elizabeth Bertram in England. Dumps it off down to Delk, and she puts it in.
But high-low, we've seen that a couple of times tonight. Multiple players at the high post.
And now the 11-0 run.
We've shut them down through half of the quarter. No points for Greenwood so far.
23-15 Barren. Uni down the left corner goes to Milam. Back out to Tren. And now Jackson with it. Jackson facing Mallory Pettigo. Dribbles. Dumps it back off to Milam, and she traveled with a basketball. On the Coca-Cola scoreboard after 1, Glasgow girls lead Monroe County 8-6.
It's a quick quarter. Low-scoring game.
And the game in, let's see, it's at Tompkinsville tonight. 23-15, Trojanettes, 3:26 to play before the break here. Michael Davis, the principal of Red Cross, will join us here at halftime. Right side corner goes to Bertram. Out to Mallory Pettigo. Now Delk skips it back over to Bertram on the right wing. Back out front it comes to Mallory Pettigo. Bailey Pettigo on the bench with 2 fouls right now. Bertram, top of the key, into England. Fires it back off to Murphy. Here's Bertram with a 3. Bingo!
Ran a little movement to get the ball moved. Ball moving. Greenwood mixed up, not matched up. Elizabeth had an open three.
So Peoples Bank three-point shot. Peoples Bank in Glasgow working for you. And now the lead is 11 for Barren County. 26-15. Lady Gators with the basketball. Here's Milam. Sends it off to Uni. They go down low to Miller, and it goes off of England, I believe it is, and out of bounds. So Lady Gators will keep it underneath their basket with 2:31 left here in the second quarter. Uni. Pass picked off by Bertram. They try to throw it in the corner to Milam. Bertram stops and pops. It is coming off. Ball knocked out of bounds by Greenwood. Going to get a timeout here by Coach Zach Simpson and the Greenwood Lady Gators. This will be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a Coca-Cola timeout to open a Coke and enjoy the game with 2:22 to play here in the first half. Barren County 26 and Greenwood 15. A 14-0 run by Barren County here in the second quarter.
Greenwood does a good job, I guess we'll say, pretending to run an offense. What happens is they run and go to their spots, but they don't ever screen us. They don't ever get anybody open. They're just literally passing the ball around, and right now they're easy to guard. And because of that, we've held them scoreless through almost 3/4 of this quarter.
So they've attempted 2 free throws, and that is it.
Haven't really gotten up that many shots.
No. And Bertram will toss it in left side of the bucket. Lobs it out to Murphy. Oh, bad pass. Right in the lane. Miller picked it off. And here comes Jackson with it. Down the left side, Uni. Back out to Jackson. Back to Uni in the left corner. Out front is Trent. They give it over to Milam. Milam, now Uni. Takes the three, drives in. Lost the handle, got it back in her hands. Throws it back out to Jackson. Jackson in the paint, throws up the jumper. It's off the back iron. Ball tapped out to Murphy.
Doing better rebounding too. Very fundamental boxing out.
Left side corner is Bertram. They give it back out to Mallory Pettigo. Now England at the left elbow turns and fires it back out to Mallory. Going to the basket and going to get a step call. Jalen Bush checking back of the Trojan lineup for Mackenzie England with 1:31 to play here in the first half.
I didn't think we were really sound first quarter. We didn't box out real well. I just thought we were going through the most. And sometimes that happens when you beat a team by 25. You can show up tonight thinking, hey, we can beat it by 25 again just by going through the motions.
Here's Milam throwing it high off the glass, good to the right side. First basket of the second quarter for Greenwood. It's 26-17. 1:08 to play here in the first half. Mallory Pettigo reversing back to the left side. Gives it over to Bertram. Bertram. And she walked.
Re-entering the Trojan at lineup number 32, Jackson.
And Eve Jackson has returned to the Barren County lineup. 1 minute to play here in the first half. Jacqueline Jackson with it for the Lady Gators. Straight away goes to Uni. Down in the right corner to Trent, or rather to Milam. Back out now to Gordon, who's checked back in the lineup for the Greenwood. Jackson taking her time out here.
Be a long time to run off the clock, but I think they're going to go for one if we don't come out and try to force the hand. Up 9.
Yep. 24 seconds left.
I'd be content with just setting back.
Jackson here on the left side. Down to 14. Work it inside, puts up the shot. It's no good. A foul's going to be called with 4.9.
Not much of a foul.
It's on Mallory Pettigo, her first, team's fifth. Jacqueline Jackson, 67% foul shooter, hit 2 for 2 in the first quarter.
Mallory got switched over to Jackson after Bailey picked up those 2 fouls, and she's done a really good job on her this quarter.
Now Jackson 3 for 3 at the stripe. 5th point. This one is good. And it's 26-19. 4 seconds. Mallory Pettigo trying to drive all the way to the basket. Throws it up good at the buzzer. Mallory Pettigo will send the Trojanettes to the locker room with a 28-19 lead here at the break. We'll come back with our halftime report in a moment. You're following Barren County Sports on 103.7 Nash Icon. With weather and illness and so forth. I know probably the attendance has been down quite a bit there the last few days.
It's been a little down, but it'll be good to get everybody back on Monday, ready to go again. And the stuff's kind of going around right now.
I hope we can kill some germs with this frigid weather moving in tonight and tomorrow. And of course, it's supposed to warm back up in the 60s next week.
Right.
So,
yeah. Crazy Kentucky
roller
weather.
Coaster.
Right?
Roller
That's
coaster.
right.
Well, tell us what's
the hard work they put in every day. You know, everybody kind of working together for excellence, and we kind of do that through a few things, through service and leadership and academic excellence. And so just proud of the work they do every day and making sure they put kids first. And so we're always excited about that at Red Cross. And, you know, for us, we really challenge our students to be critical thinkers and problem solvers and collaborate, innovative thinkers, and persevere through things. And we're able to do that quite a bit through STEAM, our STEAM lab and computer science coding curriculum that we have there for all of our students at Red Cross Elementary. And, you know, it's just a great way to really engage our students in real-world problems where they're able to, you know, to connect to things that are happening in the real world that they may see through the news or through social media, or, you know, their different avenues that they have, and then be able to kind of bring those into the classroom and have students work on those with hands-on opportunities. So we do that quite a bit through our STEAM program. Miss Shana Vincent does a fantastic job with that, and just a big part of what we do there at Red Cross to kind of create that culture of just, again, critical thinkers and problem solvers. So we're always excited about that. We have our Family STEAM Night coming up at Red Cross on February 25th, which will, again, go right along with our STEAM curriculum and the work that we do, and just allowing our students to kind of show off what they're learning each and every day. So that's a good thing. Also, we got our magnet program. That's a group of students who are doing a fantastic job of kind of putting their leadership into play. They've done a Farm to Cafe Day with us this year where we're able to connect to some different producers and farmers within our area, and to have them come out to Red Cross and kind of show off and teach our students all the things that are out there in our community that they have access to and that they can learn about. So it's a Farm to Cafe Day, and again, we just bring in those producers and farmers and just kind of show our students about sustainability here in Barren County. So that's a good thing. And then they have a College and Career Day coming up on April 12th, and again, that's just a day to connect our students to different pathways, different careers, different opportunities for them as they graduate high school. But again, never can start too early talking to them about their future and getting their plans in the right direction. So we're excited about that.
You got a lot of stuff going on.
Yes,
you know, there's so many things that are offered to elementary students now that it's just unbelievable.
It is. Truly is. I mean, we're blessed at Red Cross to have a great group of students. One person I want to mention, Rachel Hall, our 6th grade student at Red Cross, is a district spelling bee winner, and that includes all of our Barren, Glasgow, and Caverna schools. And so she's a 6th grade at Red Cross and just did a fantastic job. Just a super great student, and she was our district spelling bee. So she competes in Louisville in May, I believe, and so we're excited about that for her.
Well.
And just a couple more students I'd like to mention while we're here on the air. Beta students. I know Beta's just kind of wrapping up, and that's always a big thing for Barren County schools. And we had first place in creative writing, Ann Claire Garman. Second in drawing was Ivy Carby. Second in 3D art was a club competition. And then third in...
Taking out Hey, you know what the good thing is?
We're going to think I'll be talking now.
Isn't practice, yeah,
Always good to see you, sir.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate you.
Good luck to you the rest of the semester.
Hey, thank you,
and
Jay,
hopefully we can get back Monday and get things going again.
That's the plan. We're ready to go. Thanks, bud. Appreciate
Thank you. Appreciate it. Mr. Michael Davis, principal of Red Cross Elementary. We'll come back, take a look at the halftime stats in a moment. Trojanets up 28-19 on 103.7 Nash Icon. date on the Coca-Cola scoreboard at halftime. This is not a typo. Glasgow leads Monroe County girls at halftime 9-8.
Not sure what kind of offense Monroe's playing, maybe to pull it out and stall.
It could be, I don't know.
But that seems like not a very fun game to watch.
Right.
But whatever Monroe's got to do to win, they're going to try to do it and get their first win in district.
Trojanettes will start the second half with Bailey Pettigo and Mallory Pettigo, Elizabeth Bertram, Jalen Bush, and Mackenzie England. And for Greenwood, it is Trin, Miller, Jackson, Milam, and Uni. Third quarter brought to you by A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home. Ball comes into Jacqueline Jackson. She was 4 for 4 from the line in the first quarter, or first half from the charity stripe. Only one field goal, though. And here's Milam trying to drive right of the lane. It's deflected by Bertram. She tried to throw it in the corner to Trin. Barren County outscored Greenwood 16-4 in the second period. And here's Milam, top of the key. Over the left side, it goes to Trin. Out to Uni. Fires it back over to Milam, going baseline, cut off down low. Out to Jackson. Around the perimeter, goes left side with it to Uni. Uni drives to the basket, puts it up and in.
They've got a couple buckets she has just driving the baseline or picked up a couple fouls on us. Again, slide over and cut off the baseline just like we do with the sideline on the presser. Tried to anyway.
28-21. Mallory Pettigo guarded closely by Trin, almost stole it from her. Right side it goes to Bailey Pettigo, hands it right back to Mallory. Back to her pass, coming to Bailey. Underneath, puts it up, it's blocked, foul on Milam. Her first, that'll be the team's first in the second half. And 2 shots for Bailey Pettigo. She's 1 of 2 at the stripe. First one in the air, good. 29-22. Second shot on the way, and it's going to drop in. 30-22. Don't think they put it on the board yet.
Nope.
Yeah.
I don't think they
didn't put the other one up there.
Paying enough attention. They'll get it right in a second.
A little over a minute gone here in the third quarter. It's finally up there. Somebody went to sleep. Milam dumps it down in there to Jackson. Oh, foul here on Mallory Pettigo. It's going to be her second. Team's first of the second half.
Looks like Greenwood didn't make very many adjustments offensively at halftime. They're still very easy to guard. All we got to do is keep them in front because we don't have to switch very much with their screens.
Jackson wants to drive, gets Mallory Pettigo, goes under, puts it up, it's no good. Rebound taken by Bailey Pettigo. She pushes it down the floor to the left side, behind the back dribble, fires it off to Bush, she puts it up, it's good.
We all kind of stayed around the three-point line, and Jalen just broke to the block.
32-21, back up to an 11-point lead. Long three, no good. And a long rebound comes off to Bush. She gives to Mallory Pettigo. Left it goes to Bertram. Behind the back dribble. Had it smacked loose. Got it back. Shovels it back off to Mallory Pettigo. In the left corner, Bailey Pettigo goes baseline. Bounce pass in there to England. Going under, trying to go up, and a foul. And the foul on Uni. Her first, team second.
That's her first, team second. England is that line.
Mackenzie England, a 56% foul shooter. First one is up and good. It's her third point of the game. Make it 33-21. Make it 34-21 as England connects on the second charity toss. 13-point lead, 2 minutes gone here in the third quarter. Strand gets rid of it over to Uni. Now Jackson on the left wing. Fakes one way, goes the other. Goes inside, falling backward, whistle. Traveling violation on Jackson. Mallory Pettigo will bring it up with 5:49 to play here in the third quarter. Trojanettes 34, Greenwood 21. Right side it goes to Bertram. Bertram, a high post to England. Fires it down in there to Bailey Pettigo, going to the basket, and she puts it in. 7 points for Bailey Pettigo. Now the lead is stretched to 15 at 36-21. Uni against Bush. Dribbled it off her foot and out of bounds.
Good back screen last possession and set a solid screen. Got the assist off of it, right back door.
Mallory Pettigo brings it up for the Trojanettes. Right side it goes to Bertram. And we got a whistle away from the ball. A holding foul on Milam for Greenwood, her second. It'll be 3 on the Lady Gators in the second half. Mallory Pettigo will inbound, left baseline. Sends it out to Bailey Pettigo. Now working around the screen from England. In the lane, over to Bush. 15-footer is bouncing off. And rebound to Uni for Greenwood. Off to Jackson. Jackson sends it back to Uni, and around it goes to Tren. Tren over the right side now. Milam in the corner. 3-ball to the air, way short. England there to get it. Bailey Pettigo on the dribble. Drives, flips up the shot. It's no good. Rebound Bush, back up and in.
Nobody put a body on her. Easiest 2-point putback she's had all year.
It's 38-21. Now a 17-point lead for the Trojanettes. Comes out to Jackson. They send it over the left side now to Uni. Down inside. Miller puts it in.
Easy layup on Greenwood's end as well. That's just 2 points again this quarter.
38-23. Here's England. Free throw line shot. In and out. Rebound Bertram going back up against Jackson. It won't go. Taken off there by Uni. Well, since Barren County trailed 15-12, they've scored 26, and Greenwood has scored 8. 3:55 left to play here in the third quarter. Trying to go baseline. They lose it out of bounds. Uni. And go get Katie Murphy, Eve Jackson, Carly Delk in the Trojanette lineup here in the second half. And a couple of changes in the Greenwood lineup as they have brought back in Haley Gordon.
Yeah, that's over.
I believe that's it.
Yeah, that's it. That runs over about a 12-minute stretch that we've outscored them. We were down 3 at the end of the first quarter, and we've outscored them, you say, 26-8.
Right. And Mallory Pettigo gets it back out to Eve Jackson. Back over to Mallory Pettigo. 3.5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Delk with the basketball out top. Sends it left side over to Eve Jackson. Jackson back out to Bertram. Bertram over to Delk. Delk looking down low. Jackson puts it up. It's good.
Pretty. We're setting some up screens or back screens, whatever you want to call them, and we're breaking to the goal. Our kids are looking for and know where the play is supposed to be. So good distribution and execution of the play.
Eve Jackson now with 9 points here in the ball game to lead the Trojanettes in scoring. We're down to 3 minutes to play here in the third. 17-point lead for the Trojanettes. Jackson throws it across the trend. In the corner is Gordon. Back out now to Milam. Sends it to Jackson. Left side, Trent fakes, drives, throws up the floater. It's no good. Rebound in there by Eve Jackson for the Trojanettes. Off to Katie Murphy. Almost double-dribbled it there. Off to Jackson left side. Down low is Delk. Delk trying to hook it up there. Foul on Miller. That'll be number 2 on Carly Miller. And the 4th team foul in the second half against the Lady Gators.
So that was a pretty weak move by Carly standards. Very fortunate we were to get the foul. I don't think Coach Simpson agreed.
And Delk gets her 3rd point of the game to make. Second shot, rims off. Bertram trying to go for the rebound and slapped it out of bounds.
They're trying to pick up a little pressure. The press was not successful, but this is a little better pressing lineup for the Trojanettes.
Miller will toss it in for the Lady Gators. Tren has it knocked down by Mallory Pettigo. Trying to feed it to Murphy underneath. Goes back to Jackson from 10. It's off the mark. Mallory Pettigo trying to get the rebound. Coming out there with it is Jackson. Ahead, up to Milam. The layup is good.
No guard rotated back. Everybody was in the paint there.
And Bertram's going to fire up a 3-point shot and drains it.
A dribble in 3 is not an easy one to shoot, but she knocked that one down.
She got 2 of Barren County's 3 trays here in the game tonight. 44-25, and Jackson's going to be found in the backcourt, and it'll be on Katie Murphy. Their first, that'll be Barren County's second of the ball game here in the second half. With 2:06 to play here in the third. Barren County 44, Greenwood 25. Ball comes into Milam. Splits the trap. Another foul.
Greenwood had somebody standing all alone underneath their goal. They just didn't see her. Couldn't get it. Couldn't sling it down there, but still, the baseball down there.
Third team foul on the Trojanettes here in the second half. And the ball comes into Jackson for Greenwood. And she took an extra step. Goes in the corner. Gordon fires and hits, and that's a long two.
And you can live with that one off a press much better than you can a breakaway layup.
44-27. Murphy trying to lob it to Jackson, and it's deflected and stolen, saved back in bounds by Greenwood. And then Miller. It's going to be a foul, I guess it is.
So you call a clear-out foul on Miller.
Okay. That's 3 on Carly Miller, 15 foul on Greenwood here in the second half. And it's Barren County's basketball, left baseline. Mallory Pettigo will send it out to Bertram. Bertram working against Jackson. Back out to Mallory Pettigo, a minute 37 to play. Third quarter. Now Bertram fires it down the corner to Delk. Delk looking, puts down one dribble, bounces back out to Mallory Pettigo. Trent guarding her. Trying to drive against Trent. Lost the handle, and say Trent touched it last, reaching in.
Not a whole lot of teams have played man against us, but they've tried to here this quarter. We've ran some nice plays, and it hadn't worked very well for them.
Back in the game for Greenwood now is Rachel Evans. And also coming in for Barren County is Raven Ennis, 5'7" freshman. Hasn't played much here the last 2 or 3 games.
Yeah, Raven usually gets in the game before now. I don't know.
I think she's had some back problems.
Okay.
Mallory Pettigo to toss it in. Gets it in the corner. Back out it comes to Eve Jackson. We'll leave it out front with a minute 13 to play here in the third. Mallory Pettigo gives to Eve Jackson. Down to the corner is Ennis. Ennis looking down low for Delk. She's posted there against Miller. Kicks it back out to Jackson. Jackson wants to drive. Bounce pass in there to Mallory Pettigo. Can't get the shot to go. Try to get on rebound. Try to dig it out of there. And they're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow to the Trojanettes. New player in for Greenwood, number Honest Blewett, number 22, a 6-foot sophomore. 57.2 seconds to go. Here in the third, Barren up by 17. Here's a pass inside. Mallory Pettigo puts it in off the window. And a foul going to be called against the Lady Gators, and it's on Honest Blewett. Mallory Pettigo, her first points in the second half. They can push it out to a 20-point lead, and does.
And drop back out of the pressure, get back in just a regular man, it looks like, half court.
47-27. 50 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Trent with the basketball for Greenwood. Right side it goes to Evans. Out to Jackson. Jackson on the dribble. Back right side it comes to Gordon. Down to the corner to Evans. Evans now putting down the dribble. Circling out with it now. Picks up the dribble. Posted in there as Jackson turns. Works against Mallory Pettigo. Lost the handle. And they're trying to dig it out of there. And this will be a jump ball at 28.4 going back to Greenwood. Coca-Cola scoreboard after 3. Monroe County leads Glasgow Girls 14-13.
A little surprising. We scored more than that in the first quarter.
And we're going to get a foul as they try to lob it into Jackson. And it'll be Eve Jackson from the Trojanettes picking up the foul, her second. Barren County's fourth of the second half. Ball comes into Blewett, and she walked.
Yeah.
Here's Jacqueline Jackson working it inside, gets tripped. We'll call the foul before the trip. Somebody reached in. Mallory Pettigo. That'll be her third, team's fifth of the second half.
We've done a terrific job on Jackson. It's not because she hasn't got looks or shots, but she has only one field goal in the whole game. We made it really difficult for her.
There's a baseball pass coming out to almost midcourt to Gordon. Gordon leaves it with Jacqueline Jackson. Wants to drive against Mallory Pettigo. Right down the lane. Puts it up and rolled off the rim. Rebound taken by Mallory Pettigo with 8 seconds to play. Mallory Pettigo against Trent. Working in the lane, floats it up, got it. That'll do it after 3. Barren County 49, Greenwood 27. We'll come back to the final quarter after this break. You're following Barren County Sports on 103.7 Nash Icon. Third period of play. And starting the fourth quarter, brought to you by Southern States. And it's Barren County's basketball. As Elizabeth Bertram will toss it in. A bounce pass comes out to Bailey Pettigo. Delk on the left side. In the middle of the high post there to England. Back out now to Bailey Pettigo. Bounce pass right over to Delk. Mooney guarding her. High post England. Sends it back over the left side now to Bailey Pettigo. She'll circle it out against Milam. Left side on the wing. Bertram down low. Tried to go a give and go, but didn't work. And Bertram trying to go up baseline. Reversed it up. No. And got her on rebound. Tap back. She throws it back up. It won't fall. And Milam with a rebound for Greenwood. Here comes Trend. Crossover dribble, going to the basket at the bottom of the backboard. England off to Bailey Pettigo. Long pass underneath the Delk, lays it up and in. Nice catch by Delk in midair to throw it up and in. That's her 5th point of the game. It's 51-27. Almost a steal by Bailey Pettigo. And going to get a foul. It's on Milam. That's going to be her 3rd and the team's 7th. And the Trojanettes will be in the bonus. And I think Coach Zach Simpson liked that call. But I think that was the right call. Bailey Pettigo at the line. She's 3 of 4 tonight. Shot goes up. It's good. Her 8th point of the game to make it 52-27. Bonus try for Bailey Pettigo. Swish. 53-27 Trojanettes. 6:57 to go in the basketball game. Trent brings it in front court, sends it off to Uni. Over goes to a new player in the ball game. It's KK Keener. And she is called for steps. 5'5" freshman. Just checked to the ball game for the Lady Gators. 6:48 to play. 53-27 Barren. Ball comes in to Bertram. Bertram behind the back dribble against Trent. Leaves it in the corner with England. Comes back out to Bailey Pettigo. Milam applying a lot of pressure, trying to get away from her. Throws it up. We got it blocked on her. We're going to get a foul, though. And it will be on Milam, and that's her 4th. That's the 8th team foul of the Lady Gators here in the second half. And Bailey Pettigo at the line for Barren. Shot is up, and it's off the front of the rim. Haley Gordon in for Greenwood, replacing Milam, who just picked up her 4th foul. Bailey Pettigo back at the free throw line. The shot goes up. It's short, too. And scramble for the loose ball. We get a jump ball possession arrow going to the Lady Gators. .6:33 to play. Barren County up by 26. The margin they won by down in Bowling Green. Actually, it was 25 in Bowling Green, 61-36. This game starting to be there. His pass picked off. Here's Bailey Pettigo heading to the left side of the bucket and will lay it up and in.
I'd say the starters' numbers or starters' minutes are limited in the rest of this one, and they've had a nice little stretch here, and we'll probably start to see a few of the bench players come in.
Gordon down to the corner to Trent. Out it comes to Keener. Back to Trent, drives, throws up the shot. It's no good, but we're going to get a foul called. And it will be on Elizabeth Bertram, her second. And number 6 on the Trojanettes here in the second half as Mallory Pettigo re-enters the game. Will come in for Carly Delk. And it'll be Keener to toss it in for the Lady Gators. And still looking. Gets it in and almost lost it there. It's Trent and then he threw it away. Mallory Pettigo ahead up to Bailey Pettigo, the right side. Dishes it in there to England. Over the left side, wide open shot for Bertram, won't go. England trying to grab the rebound. It's tapped back to Bertram from 6. It's good.
Puts it at 30. Greenwood's yet to score this quarter. It's been a while since they've gotten. Well, they can't get off the number 27 is what I'm trying to say.
Right. They only scored 1 field goal in the second quarter, but there's a 3 by Trent.
Yeah, they scored 15 in the first quarter, and it's taken the rest of the game to score 15 again.
Shot out of the corner by Bertram. Yes, sir. 3, and that's her third People's Bank three-point shot tonight. Elizabeth Bertram now with 13. 60-30, Barren. Almost 3 minutes gone here in the fourth, and going to have a foul call.
Block on Mallory, it looks like.
Is that her 4?
Yes,
it is 4. Number 7 of the Trojanettes here in the second half. And Uni at the line for the Lady Gators will shoot 2. Katie Murphy in the ball game. And it's the Eve Jackson's back in for the Trojanettes. And also got Evans and number 20, Olivia Lovell, a 5'9" freshman, checking in to the ball game for Greenwood. The free throw by Uni is good. She'll have one more. 60-31 and 60-32 as Uni connects in the second toss. 5:04 to go here in the basketball game. Barren County with it. They dump it into England, and she'll put it up and in off the window.
Yeah. They've taken most of their starters out. I think they got 1 in there maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
We still got 3 of ours.
Uni. Uni's still in the game. Gordon giving it out to Keener. Left side it goes to Evans. Evans back out to Keener. Straight away, high arching 3. Drops in, hit the, just kind of laid up there with the back iron and fell in. Shot on the other end. Good for Elizabeth Bertram.
Like layup practice there for Elizabeth.
Trojanettes quickly got back down the floor. 64-35. Barren County, 4:23 left to go. And Keener with it. And stolen away by Bertram. Bertram, Uni tracking her down and got hammered. Bertram will get 2 shots.
Yeah.
Foul on Uni, her second. And number 9 on the Lady Gators here in the second half. And Elizabeth Bertram, first trip to the charity stripe tonight. Free throw is no good. Off to the left. Raven Ellis, Liberty Rice in the game, of 5'4" sophomore. As Bertram will have one more. And this one is up, and it bounces in. Got the bounce and the roll. Number 23 in the ballgame, Emma Hughes, a 5'4" sophomore, comes in for Elizabeth Bertram. So now all the starters are out. With 4:10 to play, Barren County up by 30. And here's Uni driving, falling down, and travel called against Uni.
Was leaning on Emma Hughes a little bit. When Emma backed up, she just fell down.
We haven't mentioned this, but the Trojanettes will be at Casey County on Thursday night. That game will not be here. as originally scheduled.
Right.
It'll be at Casey County, and they're a tough basketball team.
That's a game we wanted to keep, even though we're out of school. I'm not real fond of driving to Casey County, but it'll be a good matchup, and we'll get some good food out of it.
Yeah. Here is Ennis driving to the bucket, and she lays it in.
Good give and go by Raven. Pass it over to the right wing and just cut right to the basket.
67-35. Greenwood with the basketball as it comes out to Gordon. Gordon goes back to the left side to Keener, out to Uni. Now Uni will leave it out there on the right side. Over to Gordon. Back out it comes to Lovell. There's a long three in the air, no good. Offensive rebound. Uni throws it back up and in and draws a foul.
We actually had inside position, but Uni, being a junior and a little bit more experienced, pushed us all the way underneath the rim where nobody can rebound.
Foul is on Liberty Rice. That is her first. And the team's eighth. 67-37. Trojanettes and Uni. 66% foul shooter, knocked down two. Now she's hit 3 in a row.
Going to need a little barrage to get it to the 35-point mark, but really no concern. This group needs to have some minutes and play.
Yep. 3:15 left. Barren County 67, Greenwood 38. Murphy over to Rice. And now Rice on the dribble. Coming down to 3 minutes left. Ennis, right side. Turns and gives it back out to Rice. And now Eve Jackson with it out top. Jackson putting down the dribble. Gives to Hughes. Back out to Ennis. Ennis over to Murphy. Murphy leaves it out there with Rice. Top of the key. Over to Jackson to the right wing. Top is Hughes. And now here's a three by Murphy. It won't go. And Jackson with the offensive rebound coming backwards and gets fouled on the fall-away shot. So Eve Jackson will be at the line for 2 shots. Double. 10 fouls on the Lady Gators as Eve Jackson hit the free throw. Second one on the way. Good. She's had a good night. 11 points.
To be honest,
coming off the bench.
To be honest with you, she scored that 7 there in the second quarter, and I think really propelled us to go on the run that we did and close the game out really in the second quarter.
69-38, 2.5 minutes to play. Evans drives, dumps it in there to Blewett. Blewett now turns and throws it back off the right side. And around the perimeter, here's Evans driving against Murphy, and a foul. Actually, put it on Rice, her second. Number 9 of the Trojanettes. Free throw is up, and it comes off for Evans. Michaela Smith, number 21, and Olivia Stice, number 5. Both freshmen check into the Trojanet lineup with 2:18 to play. And here's Evans' second free throw toss. It's good. It's her only point of the ball game. 30-point Trojanet lead, 69-39, 2:17 left. Rice, left side over to Stice. Ennis. Back to Smith. Sends it out to Rice with 2:06 to play. Rice wants to drive, throws it up. It is good.
Good move, high off the glass.
71-39 Trojanettes. Minute 56 to play. Driving under. They kick it off the right baseline. The shot goes up. It's good. And that is Evans. Long pass down to the corner. It's Hughes. She threw it away. And trying to chase it down to the back court as Rice goes sailing. 71-41 Trojanettes. Greenwood's basketball. The minute 39 to play.
In case you're wondering about other district game, or well, this isn't a district game, but the district game going on. It looks like Glasgow's up 4 last report. 25-21, that's with 5 minutes left. That's a lead of 4 is like a lead of 10 in the way that game's going.
Yeah. Ball comes into play to Evans. Evans fires it down to the right corner. And here's a pass down low. Knocked down by Ennis coming from behind. And Ennis with the basketball gets rid of it to Liberty Rice. Rice fires it and it's going to be picked off. And now knocked loose again, and Hughes has the ball now. Hughes will fire it up. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound Smith. And now Smith having trouble with it as Blewett rips it away from her. With a minute 10 to play. 71-41. Lady Gators with the basketball. And they work it into the paint. There should be a travel. That will be on Gordon. So Barren will get the ball with a minute 1 to play, leading by 30.
It's kind of turned into a long, sloppy game here in the fourth quarter.
Casey County on the road Thursday night. Hart County on the road Friday night. 3 games this week for the Trojanettes. This is 3 games in 5 days for them already. Ennis turns, looks, somebody's gonna have to come out and get it. There's a pass underneath to Hughes, and she lays it in.
Middle of the lane, wide open, cut to the basket. Good pass to Fronder.
73-41, 34 seconds to play. Evans with it, leaves it out there with Keener. Back out to Evans, 27 seconds. Left side it goes to Gordon. Out top now to Keener. Back to the right side, in the corner. They're going to fire the 3, and it is good.
3-point basket. Evans.
Rachel Evans getting the 3-point bucket. Makes it 73-44. Stice off to Hughes on the left side. She'll circle it out. 8 seconds to play. Just going to let the clock run out here. Barren County gets their 20th win of the season tonight with a 73-44 win over Greenwood. Greenwood drops to 10-11 on the year. We will come back with a post-game report brought to you by CPC Commodities, proven at our farm, made for yours. In a moment, you're following Barren County Sports on 103.7 Nash Icon. of Landon Key. Of course, broken collarbone. He had surgery this afternoon. They said it went well, and we wish him the best. I know he misses being out here tonight playing for the Trojans.
Yeah, we'll definitely miss him. He's a senior, one of our two that we have, and anytime you lose that senior leadership and somebody can come in, he's knocked down some big shots for us and played some really good defense. That's a loss. And have stepped in and stepped up at different points in time this season. We haven't had somebody that's consistently done that. Griggs has at times, and Hester has at times, who's starting tonight. So there's some capable kids. We'll just see who emerges, and we'll fill that starting role permanently, possibly.
Right. Reminder, you're listening to our broadcast coverage on 103.7 FM, WHHT, Nash Icon, Cave City, Glasgow. We're online at ESPNKY.com. And we're on BCHS Live tonight as well. Anytime you're away from your radio and can't tune in on the radio and you're on your laptop or computer, you can log on to ESPNKY.com, click on the Broadcast Center, and then Barren County Sports for the broadcast. Again, the Trojanettes won earlier tonight by a score of 73-44 over the Lady Gators to go to 20-3 on the season. And I think we had another final score in. Allen County Scottsville girls beat Franklin Simpson tonight 42-30, and that was at Franklin.
South Warren girls beat Bowling Green tonight too, 52-48. There's maybe a semi-surprise. Bowling Green girls, I think you said, were rated number 1 in one poll, so that will change this week.
South Warren's at Bowling Green tonight, that district doubleheader. And we mentioned Russell County's at Metcalfe County in District 16. Glasgow just beat Monroe County in the girls' game, 38-29. And now Glasgow moves to 4-1 in district play. We still have Allen County Scottsville to play.
South Warren beat Warren Central, so it'll be interesting to see what they can do against Bowling Green tonight. It's the second time they played them. They got beat by, 35 the first time.
Right. Greenwood will be in green uniforms. They have white numbers and letters outlined in gold, and Greenwood across the front of their jerseys. Barren County to our left. Home white tonight with burgundy and gold numbers and letters. Trojans scripted across the front of their jerseys.
Very traditional looks for both programs tonight. Greenwood in, like you said, their traditional colors. They throw that burgundy in there a little bit every now and then. That's kind of like their third color they can play with. They got more uniform combinations than maybe anybody in the region, but I like that one. Very, very straightforward.
Officials are Mark Curry, Chris McGuire, Mike Carby, the same three we had in the girls' game. And the game's official sponsors, Southern States. As we'll have the Farmers RACC Jackie Browning Memorial Opening Tip-Off. First quarter of action sponsored by Citizens First Bank. Citizens First, come grow with us. The McDonald's keys to winning tonight, Robert. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
You got to guard. You got to guard. They have a very offensively explosive lineup. We talked about with Carroll, with Roberts, with Stansberry. All of them can fill it up. So you got to know your matchups. You got to know where kids are, who you can help off of, and get back, sit down, and play a tough game. This will be a tough one, literally, because we've played so hard so many games in a row.
Aiden Nyken for Barren County, Ben Carroll for Greenwood, and Mark Curry will toss it up. Barren moving left to right, and the toss tap going to be controlled by the Gators. As they'll set things up and driving to the basket, there's a shot off the window. It's in there for Williams. He only averages 6.5 points a game. He puts Greenwood on the board first, 2-0.
Parker Williams is the kid you don't expect to score.
Yeah.
Gets him started.
Withrow, right side over to Nyken. Comes back to Withrow.
Looks like a 3-2 zone from Greenwood.
And Bandy's got it now, top of the circle. He'll hand it back off to Withrow. Back to Bandy. Bandy puts down one dribble, goes back to Withrow. He'll send it over to Hester. Fires it in the lane. It's deflected up in the air. Too much behind that one has been Carroll on the right baseline. And he'll throw it out to Noah Stansberry. Now setting it up is Roberts. Can't let him shoot. He'll fire it from anywhere. Stennett out to Carroll. He'll hand it off to Stansberry. Stansberry back out to Roberts. Roberts trying to make a move on Nyken. Throws it up. It is good off the glass.
We get the kids very capable of guarding their offensive weapons. We haven't shown in the first two possessions, though.
4-0. The Gators on top. Nyken with the basketball. Stops and had it smack loose, diving for it, and scramble, and it's still going to be Barren County's ball in the alternating possession.
Tried to throw it in 2 possessions in a row, and they've deflected it, turned it over once, and we had to use our jump ball to keep the other one.
Ball comes into Niken. He'll give it to Withrow. Withrow will set it up. Works around to the left side. Back out top to Niken. Niken drives right. Gives to Hester. Back out to Niken. Niken pulls up, shoots the jumper. 15. No, way off the mark. Ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say one off Bush.
Not a good first 3 possessions from us offensively at all. Defensively, not much better.
Well, I kind of wonder if 4 games in 5 days
takes a toll.
It
takes
a legs
major toll mentally and physically.
Here's a 3 by Carroll, and he knocks the bottom out of it. That's his 36th three-point shot this year, and he's at 6'6" and a junior. And this Gator team, Roberts is a senior, Isaac Stansberry's a senior, and they have a couple of guys on the roster by the name of Wilson and Potter who don't play very much. The rest of them are sophomores, freshmen. Williams is a junior, Stennett's a freshman, Carroll's a junior, Stansberry's a sophomore.
Yeah.
So they're a young team, and they, like you mentioned, they lost to Allen County Scottsville by 3 in overtime. They lost by 7 last Tuesday to the Patriots. Lost to Franklin by 5. Lost to Bowling Green by 1. They're not a bad team.
No, they're definitely not. And this is a tough game to end a 4-game stretch on. You know, mentally and physically, we were beaten up at Glasgow. Had to pull out a tough one against Todd. Really had a tough one last night with Russellville.
Right. Back-to-back
wins. But we're going to have to settle down, and that's why Warren wanted a timeout real quickly to get us back on track.
Withrow. Here's the lob down to Niken. He can't finish.
Caught it underneath the rim.
And Carroll will send it up to Roberts. 7-0. Greenwood leads it. Stansberry got it on the right side. He'll dribble it back out behind the arc. Now goes baseline. Bounce pass, and going to have an offensive foul. And Niken taking the charge. Stansberry will commit his first foul. That's the first one on the Gators here in the basketball game.
Stansberry did not come to a jump stop when he passed the basketball and just ran right over Aiden. Good job for him hanging in there, taking the contact.
Trojans down 7-0, 5:40 to play in the first quarter. Withrow goes right side with it over to Hester. Back in the corner to Withrow. Now Withrow back to Hester. They'll give it out top now to Bush. Right side it goes to Withrow. He'll circle out to the top of the key. Back to the right side it goes to Hester. They feed it in there to Bandy. He's triple team pump fake. Forces up the shot and drains it.
They all collapsed on him. A 3-2, something we haven't seen a whole lot, but we get it down to the paint. We got openings.
And they lose it out of bounds. Yep. That was Williams.
Yeah, he
didn't see a Trojan touch it.
He made the right call there. It's our basketball. He literally flipped it out of bounds. Maybe got some contact to help him knock it out, but we didn't touch it.
Withrow will set it up for the Trojans as Greenwood leads it 7-2. Almost 3 minutes gone here in the quarter. Hester back over to Withrow. Withrow bounces in there to Bandy, taken away by Stansberry.
Had him, and he kind of cheated off, knew there was a pass coming.
Here's Roberts, bounce pass underneath, and a layup good for Williams. 9-2 Gators. Right side is Niken. Here's Bush. He'll fire from 12. He hit it. Tyler Bush with a second field goal for the Trojans. 9-4. Greenwood. Roberts has got it for Greenwood. Carroll left of the circle. Gives it out to Stansberry. Stansberry fakes one way, goes the other. Goes in the corner. Here's a 3 ball to the air. Good. Stennett knocking it down from long range deep in the right corner. 12-4 Greenwood.
Stennett and Williams, the two that you would think least to hurt you, have 7 of their 12.
Yep. Long 3 out of the corner by Bandy, no good. Chases down his rebound. Got it back across the line in time. And here's Withrow, the runner, off the glass, no good, and a charging foul. Stansberry taking the charge. Withrow will commit his first foul of the ball game against the Trojans. We're going to get some changes in the lineup here. As Tay Pointer checks in, a 6-foot freshman averaging 5. Mason Kriggs, 5'11 freshman, averaging 3.6. Michael Harbison, 6'3 senior, averaging 3.5 points a game.
Almost a wholesale change. Warren's trying to find some guys that'll work hard for him. That group didn't really get it done.
And here's Roberts, baseline jumper, good.
Backdoor move, got beat for an open 8-footer.
14-4. Greenwood with 3:48 to play here in the first quarter. And it's Griggs on the dribble. Griggs will send it over now to Pointer on the left side. Looking for Bandy down low. He's posted in there. Now Bush, crossover move, down the lane, flips it up. It is not going to count. He travel.
I thought he got away with the step because he didn't blow it right there on time, but that's the right call.
Stansberry will bring it up for Greenwood, crosses the midcourt stripe. Looking for Roberts, got Pointer guarding Roberts right now. Angles off left, leaves it out there with Williams. Williams getting a screen out top, goes right side with it, over to Stennett. Now Stennett circles, gives it back to Roberts. Roberts now on the dribble. Out top is Carroll. Carroll. Stansberry on the right side, drives against Bush. He'll fire up the jumper, and it is no good. Crashing aboard is Bandy. Off to Griggs. Griggs, long bounce pass right to Pointer. Down in the corner goes to Bush. Back to Pointer. Thought about the three. Bounces off to Harbison. Now he'll bring it back out. He'll go left side with it over to Griggs. Griggs gives it out there to Bush. 2:33 to go, first quarter. Bandy picks up his dribble. Had it slapped loose. Got it back. He dribbles. He spins. Gives it out to Griggs. He'll hand it off to Tay Pointer. Now Pointer trying to drive. Foul.
You gotta move without the ball.
Second foul on Stansberry, 2 on the Gators. Aiden Niken back in the Trojan lineup for Tyler Bush. In for Greenwood now is number 10, Isaac Stansberry. Got a mask on. I don't know if he got a broken nose or what. He's a 6'1" senior, averaging 5.5 points a game. Pointer. The corner out to Niken. Back to Pointer. Can't shoot. Gives it back out to Griggs. Over to Harbison. Out to Bandy. Right side with it is Pointer. Pointer trying to make a move. Slices his way to the basket and traveling violation.
That was a tougher call against us than the last walk going to the hoop.
14-4. Give it out to Stennett. He drives in and whistle. We'll call a blocking foul on Niken. And that'll be the second team foul on the Trojans here in the first half. 2 shots coming to Cade Stennett. He's a 53.5% foul shooter.
Should have been another charge probably. Just because you call 3 charges, the same guy didn't really want to call 3 charges in a row, but that would have been the right call. I didn't want to make it.
Stennett gets the free throw. First free throws to the ball game. With 1:51 to go here in the first quarter. Second shot is up, and it's good. Greenwood's been off since Friday, and Barren has played Saturday and last night.
Until they got some fresh legs.
Yep.
Really active, getting after us.
16-4. Pointer, long three. Way short, didn't even draw iron. Saved back in bounds. Griggs catches it on the left sideline from Harbison. He goes into the paint. We got a whistle and a foul. And this will be charged to 21. That is Stennett, his first, team's third.
It was a good hustle play by Harbison to keep that play going, and hopefully we'll get some points on it. Down 12, we need to play catch-up quickly.
Griggs lobs it in to Niken, and shot's not going to count. They're going to call it on the floor.
I think Roberts was hanging all over him there as we tried to lob it in.
First foul on Roberts. It's 4 on the Gators. Barren County's basketball underneath. Bandy will toss it in. Comes out in the corner on the right side of Griggs. Out to Pointer. And now he puts down the dribble, wants to drive. Out to Griggs. Minute 23 to play. Niken with it on the left. And he's going to drive into the lane. Throws up the shot. It's no good. A foul call. We'll send Aiden Niken to the free throw line for the Trojans. And this is on number 10, and that will be Isaac Stansberry. His first, and number 5 on the Gators. Aiden Niken, a 64.5% foul. In here tonight, and the first one rims off. Tyler Bush will come back in the Trojan lineup for Will Bandy. 16-4, Greenwood, 1:17 left in the first period. Niken puts that one in for his first point of the game. Peyton Loggins, a 6'6 junior, number 33, averaging 5 points a game. He's checked into the Greenwood lineup.
Gonna go a little 1-2-2. Surprise Greenwood maybe a little bit.
And we got something wrong here. I don't know. Is the clock messed up?
Yeah. I think the buzzer stuck.
Well, we'll put another second or two on there.
See what we can. We'll take it down. It didn't start. I think what the clock was. I think they blew the whistle because the clock, or the horn because the clock wasn't running.
So we got 1:11 to play here in the quarter. As the inbounds pass comes out to Williams, he gives to Stansberry. That's Isaac Stansberry. He's in a trap and now throws it back over to Williams, and we're going to get a foul call. With 59.8 to play, the foul will be on Griggs, his first, Barren County's third of the half. Stennett will toss it in. Yeah, because it didn't get it.
Yeah. They took forever to get it across. It was 1:11. It went under a minute before they got it over.
Working around the right side. Roberts has got it. Deep. Out to Stennett. Stennett wants to drive and got a whistle and a blocking foul on Michael Harbison.
That was probably more correct. Still moving. Everybody was. He didn't get set. Only way you get that call is if the guy with the ball lowers his shoulder.
Well, he's supposed to be on Harbison.
It was. Yeah, it was.
Greenwood's basketball underneath. 43 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Ball comes way out front to Stennett. 16-5. Trojans down here. As they work it out over to Roberts. Roberts against Tay Pointer. Now gives to Williams. Williams guarded by Griggs. Back out to Roberts. Now Roberts working to the right side. Wants to drive. Foul on Pointer. His first, team's fifth. Greenwood's basketball onto the side with 18.9 to go here in the opening quarter. Going to get Ben Carroll back in the game for the Gators, and he'll replace Isaac Stansberry. Greenwood Stennett tosses it in, comes into Carroll. And now Stennett works with it, gives it out to Roberts. 12 seconds to play in the quarter. Roberts around to the right side. Leaves it out top with Carroll, hands it right back to Roberts. In the corner, here's a three ball. It is good for Loggins. That'll do it for the first quarter. And Greenwood out to a 19-5 lead on the Trojans. We'll come back after this break. You're following Barren County Sports on 103.7 Nash Icon. back for the second quarter is brought to you by A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home. Reminding everyone, please don't text and drive. Trojans are down 19-5 as we start the second period of play. And it's Withrow, Griggs, Niken, Bush, and Bandy to start the second period. Roberts, Carroll, Stansberry, Stinnett, and Williams for Greenwood.
We didn't really show up in the first quarter. Our three best offensive players had 3 points apiece. We just didn't really get it done. We got to show up, play harder in the second, and the rest of the game to have a chance, down 15.
And working with it out front is Williams. And they're going to stand out there and dribble the basketball and make the Trojans come and get them and play them man-to-man.
Yeah, we're in a little 3-2 zone trying to extend it.
Comes to Roberts. They go in the middle to Carroll. Carroll sends over the right side to Stansberry. Out to Stinnett. Around it goes for a three, and it's good.
Can't really help out of the corners. That's Stansberry's 53rd three of the year.
Yeah, that's their fourth three of the first half. They knocked down three in the first quarter. 22-5. Greenwood on top. Withrow, bounce pass over to Bush. Bush on the dribble. Wants to drive with it and try to feed it off underneath. Get a foul call. And it will be on 14, and that is Williams, his first. Number 6 on the Gators here in the first half. And we're going to get free throws here. Tyler Bush. Bush, a 60% foul shooter. The first one is up, and it's good. 22-6. Second toss on the way, and it comes off. Rebound taken by Williams for Greenwood. Gives to Roberts here on the near side. He'll skip it across over to Stansberry. Back out it comes to Williams. Here's Roberts in the middle of Carroll. Turnaround jump shot. Free throw line way short. Underneath, Griggs is there to get it, but it's ripped away from him by Stansberry. He'll give it back out front to Roberts. Williams back to Roberts. In the middle, Carroll. Triple team. Back to Roberts. Out to Carroll. Over to Stansberry. They whip it back around the perimeter. Roberts feeds it into Carroll. They go down in the corner. Three ball in the air is in and out. Goes underneath and a shot put up and in. Williams getting the bucket.
Griggs couldn't get the rebound. Tapped it right to Williams.
And it's a 24-6 Greenwood lead.
I hate to say it like this, but really just a poor effort so far. And I know we're playing a tough stretch where this is our fourth game. We've said that over and over and over. We're physically, mentally drained, but, you know, come tournament time, you're going to have to play some games in a row if you want to advance. And that takes mental toughness, that takes physical toughness, and right now we're not displaying it. This reminds me a whole lot of the Allen County game the other night, where that may be the only game all year that we really haven't competed and been in. Mm-hmm. And we can't throw, you know, games like this out there. We got to compete. We got to have effort. Right now we're not bringing it to the table. And that's why Warren's called 2 timeouts here. We're just barely into the second quarter.
Saturday at the Owensboro Sports Center, it's the Owensboro Sports Center shootout. Barren County Trojans will take on Davis County at 3 o'clock. We'll have the broadcast at 2:45. Following that game, Grayson County against Louisville Holy Cross, and then Whitesville Trinity against McLean County. There's a college game before the Trojans game. That's Kentucky Wesleyan women. Gavin Withrow gives it off to Niken. Niken to the right elbow. He's got to throw it back out to Hester. Now Withrow into Niken. Works it inside the paint, throws it up in traffic, and he hit it off the window.
Will's one field goal was around 3 Gators, and Niken's field goal was around just as many.
24-8, 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter. Roberts curling to the paint, throws up the jumper, and it bounces off. Battle for the rebound, and Hester goes to the floor. It'll be a jump ball. Him and Williams for Greenwood. We're battling for it. It'll be Barren County's basketball in the alternating possession. 5:50 to go in the first half. Barren down 24-8. Withrow sends it over to Niken. He'll send it out to Hester over the left side to Withrow. Here's the alley-oop, and it hit the rim. Tried to go to Niken with it. And Ryan Shirley, who just checked in the ball game a moment ago. 6 foot, 178 freshman. And it's Williams cut off, had to shovel it back out to Roberts. Roberts, bounce pass to the right side. To Stennett, back out to Carroll. Carroll on the dribble now. Back over the right side is Roberts. Long range right. Wanted to shoot that three. He dumps it in there to Carroll. Left of the right of the lane and try to make a spin move, and he traveled. Gives it back to the Trojans with 5:12 to go here in the first half.
We got 3 times as many points on the board right now as we do.
Got a lot to make up. Niken with it on the right side. Picks up his dribble. Goes to Hester. Here's Bandy. Spin move in the lane. Goes up against Carroll. Oh, that should have been some contact there. No whistle. Shot got blocked. Here comes Roberts racing to the basket. Puts it up and in.
He just accelerated. Warren wants another timeout. Not halfway through the second quarter. We burned over half of our timeouts. Roberts took it one end coast to coast and put the burners on to blow past everybody.
On the Coca-Cola scoreboard after one, Glasgow boys lead Monroe County 12-1.
Couple odd
wild
scores.
Games over there tonight.
Odd scores coming out of Tompkinsville. This is a game like we would have played back in November, early December, something like that, you know. This team's grown a whole lot, but maybe this is growing pains, what you're seeing tonight.
Either that or we're just tired. 4 games in 5 days, no legs, and, you know, missing Landon Key tonight.
Yeah, I do not disagree with you at all. But what I do know is Greenwood's not going to feel sorry for us that we've played that many games.
No.
And that's why the score is what it is, almost down 20, and
they came to play. They're fresh. They haven't played since Friday, and had a 26-point win over Warren East. Here's a three by Niken. Good. Nice shot, nice form on that one for the People's Bank three.
He didn't
26-11.
He didn't step out and shoot those, but that was nice for him. And Greenwood's got a losing record, 9-11. They know they're a better team in that, so they've tried to take advantage of catching us on an off night too, and they have so far.
Ben Carroll, the jump stop. They give it out to Williams. Williams curls, and a screen by Carroll, but nothing happens there. Coming out to Stansberry, over to Roberts to the left side. They dump it down there to Carroll, backtracking in to Bandy. He'll throw it back out to Roberts. Roberts trying to work against Hester. Hester got pushed off, no whistle. And it comes out to Stansberry. Here's a three by Carroll that's off the mark, and Bandy with a rebound. Bandy taking down the floor. Pulls up and shoots an 18-footer, and it's no good. And crashing aboard, Ryan Shirley tried to go for it. Greenwood comes up with it. Here comes Williams. Fires it, and it's deflected out of bounds.
Oh,
they're going to say it was touched by the Trojans.
I think we thought it was our basketball and let it go. I thought maybe I agree with him.
Loggins has checked back into the Gator lineup. He hit a three back in the first quarter. And it's Roberts in the right corner with it for Greenwood against Hester. Sends it back out around the perimeter as they set it up. It's Williams back to Roberts. A long distance three, nothing but the bottom of the net.
They're splashing it down from distance. Roberts likes to shoot it. He shoots 46% from three.
Yeah. Here's a shot of the lane by Griggs. It's no good, but a foul called against the Gators. And it's on number 10, Isaac Stansberry, his second. 7 on the Gators here in the first half. It's going to send Mason Griggs to the free throw line. A 70% foul shooter on the season. And gets 2 shots. The first one is on the way. It's good. Ben Carroll quickly back in the lineup for Coach Bob Pells. Again, this team only lost to Bowling Green by 1. They only lost to Allen by 3 in overtime in recent games. And here's Griggs. His second shot pops out.
Yep. They're a good team, really good team. They've showed it right now, and we're kind of letting them punch us in the mouth over and over. We got to punch back at some point.
29-12. Greenwood with the basketball. Roberts with it on the right side. He'll send it off to Loggins in the lane. He'll send it back out now to Williams. Gets a screen from Loggins. He'll send it off to Stinnett. Stinnett back out to Carroll. Roberts against Caleb Hester. Right side Williams out to Loggins and around the perimeter goes to Carroll. He'll give it off to Roberts. Roberts sends it across over to Stinnett. Stinnett on the dribble. Wants to drive with it. Dribbling it off his foot. Out of bounds to the Trojans with 2:39 to play here in the first half.
17-point game right now. It'd be great if we get a couple of stops, couple of buckets, and then we make that, let's say, 12-point game before the break. I think that would be some positive motion.
Caleb Hester out to Harbison, to Niken. Left side it goes to Griggs. Out to Hester. Right side it goes to Niken. Niken back out to Griggs. Straight away with a three. No, off the front iron. Ball tapped out and then chased down by Bandy. Harbison got the hand on it to tap it out. Ball gets away and Hester chases it down. Gives it off to Niken. Niken making a move in the paint. Goes up with a shot and won't go. Foul on the play and it will be on 14. That's Williams, his second. Team's 8th. Aiden Niken, 1 of 2 at the stripe, 6 points. He has scored both field goals here in the second quarter. Shot goes up, it's good. 29-13, Tay Porter back in the Trojan lineup for Caleb Hester. 29-13, here's the shot, it is no good. Bandy claims the rebound, trying to go back up strong, and he put it in.
A lot more of that right there. Maybe that can get us going.
29-15. We played them even here in the second quarter. Down 19-5 at the end of the first. And Williams with the basketball for Greenwood. Gets it off to Carroll. Left to the key. He'll back out. He looks for Williams. Hands it off out front to Roberts. And now Roberts on the dribble. Gives it to Carroll against Bandy. Wants to drive, and that should be a charging foul. That's, going to call a block on Will Bandy, his first, team 6th. Looked like he lowered his shoulder in.
I thought that's where we were going to get it. I thought that was the correct call with the lower in the shoulder.
Loggins is going to check out for Greenwood, and for him is number 42, Chandler Wilson, a 6'3 senior. Ball comes out to Roberts. He'll give it to Carroll. Over the right side, they almost lost it. Give it out to Roberts once again, guarded by Griggs. A minute 23 left to go in the first half. Roberts, left side, knocked down and stolen by Harbison. Harbison, and it's going to be picked off by Carroll. He'll throw it down the court to Roberts. He'll go under and put it up and in, and a blocking foul on Pointer.
Not getting the breaks on the charges right now, are we?
Nope. That will be 2 on Tay Porter, 7 on the Trojans here in the first half. 31-15 Greenwood. And in the ball game for the Trojans now is number 44, Colton Stevens. Shot goes up, it's good for Roberts. Completes the three-point play. So Stevens will handle the basketball. Stevens, a 5'7 freshman. Griggs out to Niken. They go to Stevens with it. Back out to Griggs. Over to Niken. And now we're going to get a foul as it went down to Bandy. Foul is going to be on Wilson, his first, team's 9th. Sends Will Bandy to the charity stripe. And he'll get one in the bonus. 54.8 seconds to go here in the first half. It's 32-15 Greenwood. Free throw's good for Bandy. It's point number 5, 32-16. Bandy will have the bonus. It's on the way, got it. 32-17, 52 seconds to play before the break. Williams with the basketball for the Gators, guarded by Stevens. Reverses back to the left side. Now gets rid of it to Carroll. Hands it back off now to Williams. Here's Roberts against Griggs. Roberts trying to drive. He'll throw it back out to Carroll. 32 seconds to play. Back out to Williams. Now Carroll. 24 seconds left in the half. There's a double team. Carroll had it deflected. Going to call a foul on Mason Griggs. His second, that'll be number 8 on the Trojans here in the first half with 20.4 seconds to play. And Ben Carroll will be at the free throw line. 75% foul shooter on the season. And his shot goes up, and he missed it off the front of the rim. Bandy with a rebound. 15 seconds left in the half. Colton Stevens with a basketball for the Trojans. He'll give it off to Harbison to the right side. Harbison goes back to Stevens. He'll fire it up. It's blocked on him. Got it back, though. Gives to Harbison for 3. It's no good. And that will do it for the first half. And at halftime, Greenwood leads 32-17 over Barren County. We'll come back with a halftime report brought to you by Southern States after this break as you're following Barren County Sports on 103.7 Nash Icon. Looking at the stats of the first half for Greenwood, they shot it quite well, 70.6% from the field in the first half, 12 of 17 and 5 of 7 from behind the arc. So 5 of the 12 field goals coming on three-point shots for the Gators. They were 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. They had 7 rebounds in the first half, 5 turnovers, and led in scoring by Jack Roberts. 12 points for Roberts. He had a 3-point shot. He had 4 2-point baskets, 1 free throw. Parker Williams with 6 points off 3 field goals. Cade Stinnett hit a 3 and 2 free throws for 5. A 3-pointer for Ben Carroll, also a 3 from Isaac Stansberry, and a 3 from Peyton Loggins in the first half. Noah Stansberry started the ball game, did not score. Chandler Wilson saw action, but did not score in the first half. They went 8 deep in the first half for the Gators. Trojans in the first half of play, 5 of 14 shots, 35.7%. They were 1 of 5 from behind the arc, 6 of 10 from the free throw line, had 11 rebounds in the first half, turned it over 7 times. And the Trojans scoring goes this way with Aiden Niken, 6 of his 7 points coming to the second quarter, had a 3-point basket, a 2-point basket, 2 of 4 free throws. Will Bandy scored 6 in the first half, a couple of field goals, and 2 for 2 from the line. Tyler Bush with 3 on a field goal and 1 of 2 from the stripe. 1 point for Mason Griggs and 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Gavin Withrow started the ball game along with Caleb Hester. They did not score. Tay Pointer and Michael Harbison has played some minutes, but they did not score either. The Trojans, a little better quarter in the second, Robert, but that first quarter kind of dug us a hole.
Dug us a really big hole that Greenwood started off hot shooting the basketball, and you think about it, Roberts I don't think has missed a shot. Williams, who averages 6 points, has already got his 6. You know, a lot of things went wrong for us, and when things went wrong for them, they shot it hot, we shot it cold. Everything just kind of snowballed on us, and they did all that with their best player, their leading scorer, Ben Carroll, only having 1 field goal, right?
Yeah.
So they're a really good basketball team, and I think a lot of people will look at it, you know, look at our schedule. Well, we shouldn't have played 4 games in 5 days, yada, yada. Well, we play the games on the schedule. You know, if you're a basketball player at the varsity level, you should want to get up right now and play basketball, no matter if you had 5 games. When we were, you know, in high school, and they still do it, you play 7 or 8 games in summer camp. Right. And so there's no excuse for playing 4 games in 5 days that we're not playing well. That's a terrible excuse, and we showed signs of life. We've got to show a lot more signs of life to be able to catch back up with them. And I think we can make it a respectable game. We just got to have our players do that. We got to move without the basketball. We were really stagnant in that 3-2 zone. We had 4 kids watching, 1 kid trying to create, and that's not a way to play offensively.
Foul situation in the first half for Greenwood. Noah Stansberry, Parker Williams, and Isaac Stansberry picked up 2 fouls apiece, 1 each on Jack Roberts, Cade Stennett, and Chandler Wilson. Barren County, 2 fouls on Tay Pointer. Mason Griggs also picked up 2, 1 each on Gavin Withrow, Will Bandy, and Aiden Niken. Michael Harbison with 1 foul in the first half. Also, Ryan Shirley did see some action, but did not score in the first half. Reminding you, the freshman district tournament is Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. Barren County girls will play Monroe County, 11:15. The Barren County boys will play Monroe County. Those games will be played at Basil Middle School gym, as Allen County, Scottsville, and Glasgow will be playing in the high school gym at the same time in the freshman district tournament. And the finals will be at Allen County, Scottsville High Gym. Again, no school in Barren County the rest of the week. Weather-related tomorrow because of the sub-zero wind chills we're supposed to get. That day will be made up for students on Monday, February 18th. And then out Thursday and Friday due to illness throughout the district. A lot of flu going around. Those are I Learn at Home days.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of people that don't necessarily understand what's going on. A lot of schools are canceling school tomorrow for temperature-related things. It's going to be cold, cold, cold. That wind chills in the -10s, right? That's dangerous, and you do not want to put kids on buses. You don't want to put kids out there that, you know, some kids don't have coats to come to school. I mean, that's just the way it is. You can't put those kids on buses. You can't put them in school. That's why we're out tomorrow. It's the right call. It's the right decision. Everybody agrees with that. And the sickness, everybody's just kind of gotten hit at the same time. And we're going to hopefully stay indoors, stay warm, get well, come back the first week of February and get back with some routine, have some good academic learning.
I was trying to see if we had any other scores to pass along to you, but I don't have anything from Glasgow-Monroe County boys game. Last one I got was the end of the first quarter. Glasgow was up over Monroe 12-1. Don't have a halftime score as of yet.
It was 24-16. That's the last one I had. That doesn't do anybody much good. That was a midway through second quarter score, and that's the only thing I've got after the first quarter. South Warren was down 8-11. So just some getting started scores. Hopefully we'll have some as we progress a little bit throughout the second half. Here's a halftime score. 33-28. Monroe's down 5 to Glasgow. 33-28.
All right. So if Glasgow beats Monroe, they still in the, how would that be? I'm trying to, I don't have my
here, I'll go.
District standings down here.
I'll go to it real quick. Here, let's look at it.
I know Monroe's 2-2. Allen is 4-0.
Allen's 4-0. Glasgow's 2-2. Monroe is 2-2.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And then obviously we're 1-5.
Yeah. So whoever beats who tonight, they'll need to beat Allen Well, they both need to beat Allen, right?
Allen's going to have.
But they still have Glasgow and Monroe still to play.
Right, both of them do.
Yeah.
The 1 seed is still up for grabs, hypothetically.
Yeah.
If actually both of them, as you said, have to, Glasgow and Monroe both have to beat Allen, and then that would put somebody in a tie, whoever wins tonight's game, with them as a tie as a 1 seed. The loser of tonight's game would be the 3 seed, and we'd be the 4 seed.
Yeah, Barren's definitely the 4 seed, 1 and 5 in the district, so.
Yeah.
That's still up for grabs, I guess you could say, for that 1 seed right now.
Right.
Allen's got to lose twice. They got to lose to Glasgow and Monroe.
Right. So the important game comes when Allen plays Glasgow, really on the girls' side, and then whoever the next 2 times Allen plays district-wise on the boys' side. So, and cheerleaders did their national routine here at halftime, so it's a little extended halftime. They stopped the clock to get everybody on and off the floor, so that's why we have a little bit of extended break tonight.
And okay, I just got the half score there. Glasgow 33, Monroe County 28.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, it is 32-17 here. Greenwood on top of Barren County. We're still about 3.5 minutes before we get the second half underway. And we'll come back and get ready for the third quarter of action, sponsored by A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. When we return after this break, you're following Barren County Sports on 103.7 Nash Icon. To 17, Trojans trailing Greenwood. Trojanettes.
Figure out kind of where we are, if they're the best in the region. And then girls-wise, should be 1 and 2 in the region matchup.
Okay, we're about ready for the second half. Gavin Withrow, Aiden Nyken, Will Bandy, Tyler Bush, and Caleb Hester starts the second half for the Trojans. And it will be Greenwood's basketball. This third quarter brought to you by A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Gators are going to go back with Williams and Stennett, Carroll, Roberts, and Stansberry.
Had such a long break. Maybe we kind of cleared the slate and come out here renewed and fresh.
Stansberry brings it out front. Works to the right side. Now reverses back left off the screen from Carroll. He'll get rid of it off to Williams. Now Williams goes right side over to Stansberry. Stansberry sends it out now to Stennett. Now Stennett wants to drive against Nyken. He'll go to the basket, lays it up. It's no good. Rebound Carroll. He'll go back up with it, and he hit it.
When we forced him into tough shots, get him to miss, it's like a recurring theme again. We give up an offensive board, and they get something out of possession.
34-17. Hester with it. Will send it out front to Bush. Bush, one dribble. Left side to Withrow. Spin move by Nyken. Going to the basket. Reverses up. Missed it.
It's a good move. Got to finish.
And a Stansberry. Long bounce pass. Roberts. Pull-up jumper 15. Banked it off. No good. Bandy with a rebound. Withrow. Pushing it down the floor. Bounce pass underneath the Bush. He'll lay it in.
Good job by Tyler running the floor to get that bucket, but Gavin turned up the pressure, turned up the pace to get it there to him.
34-19 Greenwood. Roberts, long distance right. Now wants to pull up at the free throw line. He'll dish it off out there to Williams. Gives to Carroll on the right wing. Now they hook it back out to Roberts. Thought about the three in between the circles. Now Carroll out top. Right side over to Stennett. Stennett wants to make a move on Nyken, but he cuts him off. Back out to Carroll. Over it goes to Roberts. Now Roberts fakes one way, goes the other. Jumper off the glass, good.
Still perfect tonight. We had two guys with hands in his faces there.
14 for Jack Roberts. It's 36-19. Withrow over to Hester. Out top to Bush. Now Bush goes left side with it. He'll give it to Withrow. Looking for Bandy down low. Yep. Fade away, jump shot, way short. And on the floor, they tried to dig it out there, but Bush couldn't get to it. Greenwood's got it. Long bounce pass off to Stansberry. Feeds it off in the left corner. Here's a shot put up. No good. Rebound to Carroll. He'll throw it back out. Roberts straight away with a three. Bottom.
He's got 1 foot way in front of the other. He doesn't really shoot what you would see in an instructional video, but he's pure.
20-point lead and turnover as they loop it up court. And across it goes to Roberts again. Roberts down the lane, whistle and a foul. Foul is on Caleb Hester, his first, team's first in the second half.
Down 20, it's going the wrong way. We said try to cut it to 12 there before the break. We didn't, and they ballooned it out.
Down 15 at the half, 32-17 after the Trojans and the Gators. Three-point shot, no good. It was 13-12 run for the Gators in the second quarter. Withrow gives it out to Bandy, fakes, drives, goes to the basket strong. He lays it in and gets fouled. Foul will be on Stansberry, his third, team's first in the second half. Will Bandy's 8th point of the ball game, 39-21. Shot goes up, it's too strong. Rebound to Stansberry. 4:53 left in the third. Stansberry, long bounce. Oh, Roberts on the reverse. That was a long bounce pass. 19 for Roberts. And it's 41-21. As they work it out front, it's Nyken over to Hester. Try to go down in the corner to Bandy. It's kicked. He'll stay with the Trojans as Michael Harbison checks in for Caleb Hester. Withrow will toss it in. He'll give it out to Niken. Niken's picked up his dribble early. Gets rid of it over to Withrow. Withrow comes out to balance the floor. 20-point lead for the Gators, 41-21. Bounce pass off the right side to Harbison. Harbison looking down to the corner. Withrow, he wanted to shoot. Back out to Harbison. In the middle, here's Bandy. Hooks it back over to Withrow. Wants to drive with it. Cut off of the baseline. Back to Bandy. Bandy right side. Down low is Bush. In traffic. Goes up with a shot. No. Trying to crash the board was Bandy. They're calling for over the back. His second, team second.
Tyler spun back middle for some reason. Made it look awkward. He could have spun baseline and maybe had an easier shot. But another possession, no points halfway through the quarter. Still a 20-point deficit.
Get up, Harv.
41-21. Carroll's got it in the right corner for Greenwood against Bandy. Is he facing? And he'll jump it up there, and it's good. Wow. Carroll's 7th point, 43-21 Gators. Aiden Niken spinning, backtracking in, giving it out to Bush. Bush wants to drive. Right of the lane, throws it a wild shot. It's no good off the back iron, gets his own rebound. Now turns to the lane, bounce pass over the left side of Harbison. Harbison cut off by Roberts. They'll send it back out, almost a turnover. Bush there to get it. Both are slapping at him. Here's a shot going up, good for Bush, and draws a foul. Foul on 24. It's been Carroll, his first, and number 2 on the Gators here in the second half. Tyler Bush with a chance to make a 3-point play. Shot goes up, and it rims good. He's got 8 points, 5 in this quarter, and it's 43-24. 3:23 left to play here in the third quarter. Williams with the basketball in the middle to Carroll. He'll go left side with over to Stansberry. Stansberry double team, back to Carroll. Out of the corner, Roberts fires and hits again for 3.
It would be crazy to say they've cooled off a little bit, but they've actually cooled off a little bit. They're right at 50% from the quarter, but they're still filling it up.
And here's a jump shot for Withrow from 17 feet straight away. Gets his first 2 points of the ball game. And a timeout. This will be a full with 2:58 to play in the third. Barren down 46-26. Jack Roberts with a total of 22 points. He only averages 14.6. Knocked down 3 threes tonight.
I'm not sure. Well, we got him missing 1 shot tonight.
And the way he shoots, he steps forward with that right foot.
Yeah, it's almost like he straight, like lines it up. Kind of shot puts it more than he shoots it, but it doesn't look awkward. It's just the footwork is not really, I guess, textbook, you would say.
Right. On the Coca-Cola scoreboard from college basketball tonight, a little over 8 minutes, actually under 8 minutes to play. Kentucky leads Vanderbilt 22-14 down in Nashville.
I mentioned being out of school tomorrow. Louisville, Kentucky, and Western are all out of school tomorrow. So, like, even college campuses are calling it off. So there'll be very few people, maybe in the state of Kentucky, that even.
And you don't see that happen very often.
No.
For illness, or maybe that's weather.
Yeah, it's weather related. The college campuses.
Yeah. But a lot of high school systems or school systems in the state have called it off because of illness and weather both. Carroll with it, top of the key. Over the left side, Stansberry. Bush tried to make a swipe for it, couldn't get to it. Comes back out. And here's Roberts. Firing off to the right side, over to Williams. He wants to drive, he'll go up, shot no good, foul. Gavin Withrow, his second personal, number 3 on the Trojans here in the second half. And Williams at the line, 59% shooter on the season. The shot goes up, and he got that one. It is 47-26. And that one's in and out. Rebound to Niken. Up court, Withrow. Out to Bush. Bush goes left side over to Niken. Going to fire up a three-point shot. It's no good. And that ball almost went in on the tip by Bush. In the lane, here's Niken. His ninth point. 47-28. Couldn't come up with a steal there.
It was right there in front of him. He just was backpedaling and couldn't get a forward momentum to grab it.
Carroll looking for someone to give it to. Down to minute 50 to play in the third. They go to the left corner. Stinnett, baseline, floater, good. 7 points, he's a freshman. 49-28. Nike with it on the left side for the Trojans. Works it down to the corner. Now he has to go with it back to Bandy. Bandy out front around the perimeter, goes to Bush. Now Bush comes to the top of the key. He'll give it to Withrow. Withrow down to the corner. Withrow lost a shoe. He lost a shoe last night, too.
Lace him up a little tighter.
Yeah. Mason Griggs and Tay Pointer check into the Trojan lineup with a minute 19 to play here in the third. And it is going to be Pointer to toss it in front of the Barren County bench. Comes out to Griggs. Got three freshmen on the floor right now for the Trojans. Pointer's got it out top. Left side over to Griggs. Bandy posted down low. Now he'll hook it back over. It's deflected up in the air. Turnover by the Trojans. They'll drive it underneath the basket. Shot goes up, and a foul going to be called on, let's see, either on Niken or Griggs. We'll put it on Griggs, his third, team's fourth, and that's going to put Stinnett at the line for two shots. 1:03 left in the third. Stinnett's 2 for 2 at the stripe, and he missed that one. He'll have one more. And this shot goes up, and he hits that one. 8 points for Stinnett, 50-28 Greenwood. Pointer gives to Griggs, over to Niken. Throws it out to Pointer. Pointer trying to penetrate into the key. Throws it out to Harbison. Harbison trying to make a spin move. Fall away shot, off balance. It's not going to go in, but he got fouled. Foul on Stansberry. Number 3, and the third one on the Gators. He throws up way short for Harbison. Didn't even hit the rim. LaRue County boys beat Adair County tonight, 55-41. Harbison, his second shot is on the way. Nothing but net on that one. It's his first point of the game, 50-29. 44 seconds to play in the third. Greenwood Stinnett with the basketball. Over to Stansberry. In the middle to Carroll. Steps out. Hands it back off to Stinnett. 30 seconds to go. Carroll. Over to Stansberry. Got it out there by Pointer. Down to 20 seconds to play. Stansberry. Gets it over to, well, Isaac Stansberry. He's back on the floor now. Noah and Isaac Stansberry. Here's Roberts with 10 seconds. Roberts driving, and he pushed off.
Trying to create some space there, and Griggs stayed with him, stayed close enough to draw the contact.
Second foul on Roberts. That's 4 on Greenwood here in the second half. And 8 seconds to go. Barren County's ball to bring the length of the floor. As the ball rolls into Griggs. Griggs stops and gives it out to Bandy. Long straightaway 3 off the mark. And a rebound. That will do it for the third. It is Greenwood 50, Barren County 29. We'll come back with a fourth quarter after this break. You're following Barren County Sports on 103.7 Nash Icon. Trojans 18-12. Third period of play. Tay Pointer, Mason Griggs, Aiden Nyken, Will Bandy, Michael Harbison starts the fourth quarter. We had a water bottle that came out of the floor from somewhere. Mason Griggs. This fourth quarter brought to you by Southern States. Pointer on the right side. Down to the corner is Griggs. Sends it back out to Pointer. Back over to Griggs on the right wing. He wants to drive to the baseline. He's cut off. Out to Bandy. Bandy can't make a move. Ball off the hand of Carroll and out of bounds. Ball comes out to Griggs. Griggs spinning in the lane. Here's his jump shot. It's up and it won't go. Rebound to Carroll. Here's Roberts in front court to the right side. Out to Stansberry. They give it to Carroll. They'll hand it off now to Williams. Williams in the corner. Long three. Air ball. Corner with it for the Trojans. Off to Bandy, the right side. Corner, Griggs going up the baseline, puts it up and in. Griggs gets his first field goal. Timeout by the Gators.
We're down 17 to Logan County, I think, and we come back, made it a 5-point game. Or no, it was
actually 4. Yeah. Down 17, cut it to 4. Okay. Kentucky leading Vanderbilt now. Balls it over to Stansberry. He's in a trap. Stansberry trying to dribble out of it. Going to get a foul on Nyken. That's his second. That'll be number 5 on the Trojans here in the second half.
Well, with a little bit of pressure, that's a 1-2-2 half-court trap. So first pass gets a trap.
Yep. As Williams gets rid of the basketball over to Stansberry. He'll throw it back out to Williams, back to Stansberry. Back over to Williams. Williams breaks into the lane, dumps it off underneath the Carroll, and he'll lay it in.
They beat it there. We didn't really ever commit to a trap up top, and that's why they were able to get down the lane.
9 points for Ben Carroll. It is 52-33. Pointer making a spin move, trying to go to the bucket, and he's fouled.
Slithered his way in there, but never really a good look at the goal. Bailed out with the foul.
They put the foul on Roberts. That's number 3 on him. 15 foul on the Gators here in the second half. Tay Pointer at the line for Barren County. And his first shot is on the way, and it is no good. Barren County is 2 of 5 at the free throw line here in the second half. So Pointer will have one more. And it's on the way, and that one comes off. Greenwood back the other way. Stansberry gives it off to Williams. And here's Roberts with it on the left side. Back out to Williams and now to Stansberry. Fires it back off. And it is Roberts in the corner. Throwing it back around the perimeter. Stansberry. Bounce pass back over now to Williams. Now Carroll's got it in the left corner. Hooks it back out, almost picked off by Griggs. Griggs got the basketball, gives it off to Porter. Porter drives, lays it up, no good. Follow up, no good. Bandy with the rebound, sticks it back in.
Everybody got a chance of it, but we did that because we ran the floor and didn't give up on the play and take for granted that he was going to make that first layup.
52-35, 17-point lead for the Gators. 5 minutes still to go here. Here's Carroll, out to Roberts. They fire it down underneath. Williams puts it in. 54-35. And here's Will Bandy working inside. Nice spin move. Puts it up and in. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, it was a great spin move. Spun back away from the defense.
54-37. 4:38 left to play. And driving to the basket. Here's a layup that's no good, but a foul. He left Pointer. And Bandy had to commit the foul, his third, team sixth. Going to send Williams to the free throw line. But a timeout call by Coach Bob Pells and the Greenwood Gators. 4:33 to play here in the basketball game. It's Greenwood 54 and Barren County 37 as we take a Coca-Cola timeout. And Kentucky has extended its lead to 20 over Vanderbilt. 34-24 with 3 minutes to go in the first half on the Coca-Cola scoreboard.
Should have a score from Bowling Green South Warren.
I'm not getting much tonight for some reason on these scores from other games.
See what kind of updates we got.
No update on Glasgow Monroe. The last one I had was a halftime score.
Warren Central boys beat Taylor County tonight. That's 85-77. Dragon win.
Okay, just got the score after 3. Glasgow 43, Monroe 36.
Okay. Bowling Green's only up 32-26 after 3. That's against South Warren. That we said what South Warren got beat by 35 in the first matchup, so they're holding tough there.
Free throw is good for Williams. He has 10 points. He averages 6.5. And Williams back to the line for one more. It's on the way, and he missed it. Rebound to Bandy. 18-point lead for the Gators, 55-37. Griggs went up the baseline, reverses it up and in. Nice move to the bucket for the freshman.
Yeah, good move to go to the other side of the rim. That took the defender out of the equation.
55-39. You know, you take the first quarter out, it's been an even ball game the rest of the way. Roberts sends it out to Williams. Out to Stansberry, lobs it back over to Williams. Williams heads down the lane, puts it up and in. Let's see if they count it. I don't know, I thought Griggs was standing there waiting, and I think one official may have wanted to call it a charge, but the other one didn't.
They looked at each other for an awful long time. I got blocked out. I couldn't say one way or the other.
That's 4 on Mason Griggs. And the shot goes up. It's good for Williams. And now it goes back up to 19 at 58-39, just under 4 minutes to play. Griggs sends it out to Bush. And now Withrow is back on the floor. Griggs back out to Withrow. He'll pull the trigger for 3. It's off the iron. Bandy with the offensive board. Spin move, goes under, puts it up and in, and is fouled.
That was a heck of a play. He went up over Ben Carroll. Ben Carroll is 6'6", so about even height. Went over top of him, spun around him for the putback in, an opportunity for an and one.
58-41, 3:43 left to play. Bandy's free throw is in the air. It's short. Harbison with the rebound. Back over the hook shot. He hit it.
Fell right in his hands over Carroll again. Didn't have his hands up ready for a defensive board, so we got the offensive one and a putback. Got some buckets, but we can't couple them with stops.
Down to 15 after a 21-point lead. 58-43. 3:20 left to go. There's a long cross-court pass. It's Roberts. Bounce pass down low. In there. Shot goes up. It's no good. Traveling violation anyway on Stinnett. And it will be Barren County's basketball with 3:14 remaining.
That was a good call. He was shuffling his feet as he was trying to get his balance. See what we get here. I think this is a lob for Aiden if we can get it.
Right side is Aiden Nyken. He'll send it back out front. And it's Withrow, backdoor pass. Nyken puts it up. He can't finish it. Gets his own rebound, puts it back up and in.
Got a mismatch on the backside. Even though he couldn't convert the first time, he got the second one.
That cuts it to 13, the closest the Trojans have been in a long time. And almost a steal down on the floor. They got rid of it. And here's a pass. Picked off. Harbison's got it for the Trojans. Harbison driving to the bucket, lays it up, missed it. Follow up, no good for Griggs. Battle for the rebound, and Greenwood's got it. Up court, here's Carroll jamming it home.
That one hurt. We had an open layup, just couldn't get it to go.
Down the lane, there's a shot put up and in by Kevin Withrow. 60-47 with 2:25 to play.
Extended man full, or a little, or like a 1-2-2, more full than half.
They go in the middle to Stennett. They go right side with it over to Stansberry. They come chasing him. Now back out it comes to Williams. Stansberry, they spread the floor out here. 2:08 to go. Back out to Stansberry. They go down to the corner to Carroll. And now Carroll with the basketball in the corner. Has to lob it back out to Noah Stansberry. Down to minute 53 to play, and a foul on Withrow. His third, team's 8th. And that's going to put Noah Stansberry at the line. He has not scored in this game. He averages 10 a game. But he's an 88% foul shooter of the year.
I was going to say, I'm guessing he's not the right guy to put at the free throw line.
Actually, he's the best free throw shooter on the team. Hit the first.
Kind of weird. He holds the ball directly in front of his face. You can't really see the rim, but I'd say his dad's been in the gym long enough. Him shooting free throws on the side, he's a pretty good shooter.
Probably so. Automatic on the second one. 62-47, a minute 50 left to go in the game. Withrow pulls up, free throw line jumper, good.
We'll take our last time out, down 13.
You know, you look back at that first quarter, we trailed 19-5, and we've actually outscored the Gators by 1 point total the other 3 quarters.
Came out flat and just dug us a hole that we couldn't get out of. And Warren's, you know, went to the full court, the half court trapping to try to turn up the momentum. But he shouldn't have to do that. The bottom line, shouldn't have to do that to get the kids energized, motivated. Got motivated, with 250 people here last night, kind of a quiet gym. That's a tough atmosphere to play in, even if it's home, and beat a decent Russellville team by 10. You have an opportunity to continue that winning way and get, 3 in a row. But shows fight, and I've said it all along, and I think you'll agree with it. We can beat anybody in this region, or we can lose anybody in this region. Yeah. It's however we decide to come out and play. It's a mental decision. If we are prepared mentally, I know we're prepared with what Warren and his guys do. I know they prepare our guys well, but we have to, as players, decide that we're ready to go night in and night out mentally and get the job done from the tip, not start in the second quarter.
And you look at the schedule, we're 12-10. 7 of the 10 losses have been by 6 points or less. And 7 of the 12 wins have been by 8 points or less. So it just shows you how close the games have been, and been in all of them that we've lost. Especially the close games. We've had leads in those.
It might end up, this was a 6-point or less game. And if it is, or even if it's a 10-point or less game, you're really kicking yourself because what could have been, as you said, take the first quarter out.
Yeah. Had a foul call on the Trojans. And it will be
Griggs' fifth,
Griggs,
right?
And that's 5. And Michael Harbison will come in to replace Griggs. Minute 41 to play. Roberts is at the line. His first trip to the charity stripe. He's a 64.5% foul shooter.
You think he'd be better than that? He almost shoots 3 better than that, right?
Well, he hit that one perfect. 23 for Jack Roberts. 63-49.
You got 3 threes.
Yeah, second shot's good. 64-49, 24 now for Roberts. 1:41 left to go. As Withrow out to Niken. He'll pull up with a 3. It rimmed out on him. Carroll with a rebound. In a trap, got rid of it to Stansberry. He's trying to dribble away from the trap, being chased in the back court. He'll fire it up court now to Williams, and underneath Roberts, trying to throw it behind him as Carroll, he walked, yep, with a minute 22. I think they walked before that.
Right. 2 walks on that possession. Got the second one, falling out of bounds.
64-49. Withrow. He'll fire up, long 3. It's off the mark. Carroll with a rebound, going to get a foul on the Trojans.
They've got 7 threes. We probably, we only have 1?
1 3.
That was Aiden, who normally don't step out there and shoot them consistently.
Ben Carroll, 0 for 1 at the stripe. 8 points in the second half, 11 for the ball game. Hit a 3 back in the first quarter. And the shot's good. They are 7 of 8. 8 of 9 from the line in the fourth quarter.
I spoke specifically how well we did on him in the first half, and he's had a second half to almost get close to his average.
Yeah, he's got 15, averages 16 and a half. It's back up to 17 for the Gators. Here's a 3 by Bandy. It bounces twice, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds. And it goes to Greenwood with a minute 9 remaining.
Just wasn't able to do the same thing to Greenwood we did at Logan County, or with Logan County here.
Yeah. As they get rid of the basketball up to Williams. Williams bounce pass off to Carroll. Carroll will go under. He'll throw it back out to Roberts with a minute to play.
They're going to try to throw it around, and we're not going to foul.
Stansberry will hand it off out there to Williams. Out to Roberts with 48 seconds left. Roberts working around the dribble outlet against Harbison. 38 seconds to play. Trying to dribble away from Harbison. Reverses it back out with 30 seconds to play. Roberts taking it right down the middle of the lane, lays it up and in. 68-49, 19-point lead for the Gators. Withrow, left of the lane, out to Harbison. He'll put up the 3. It's short off the left side of the rim. And then Withrow was standing out of bounds trying to save it. 11.3 left. As the ball comes into play to Williams, he'll just dribble it out. 7 seconds left. Greenwood will win 68-49 over the Trojans tonight, but it was a pretty even second, third, and fourth quarter. But just as we've talked about all night, dug themselves a hole, and they dropped their 11th game of the year. 12-11 is their record, and Greenwood improves to 10-11. We'll come back with the CPC Commodities postgame report in a moment as you're following the Trojans on 103.7 Nash Icon.